Hello, good evening, ladies and gents. Lovely to be here. You'll see it's very cold in my studio again today, so I've got a nice chunky jumper on. All this warmth. So it's been a beautiful day, lovely and sunny. I was out without a coat and then come in here tonight and it's freezing cold. Anyway, today I have been out all day, so I'm just going to play easy tonight and I'm going to introduce you to another new kit. So this is the kit that I'm going to be playing with today. Forever Friends. Okay, I'll put the link and the details up after I finish. And at the end, I'm going to show you, we've got another one that's come out yesterday for May. So it'll be until stocks last, while stocks last. So it's going to be there for a little while yet, as is this one. But this is the one that I've got in my hands that arrived yesterday. So I thought I'd use this one and show you how nice and easy they are. Hi Maxine, lovely to know I'm in the right place. Let's get you down on the table. And here we go. So Forever Friends kit. Now I've just opened the cellophane to show somebody. That's all I've done with it. So I thought I'd just walk you through. We do actually get the block in here and your Night of Navy ink spot. Because I'm a demo and I've got all my supplies anyway, I'm going to put those aside. They're good for little gifts. So I'm going to use my full-size navy, and I've got some blocks here as well. So this is the stamp set. It's really, really nice. It's got some floral images, some lovely words on here. If I had my glasses, I'd be able to read them. Let me just get those on. So we have, just so I can say exactly, you can do hard things. Remember, this is Forever Friends. I'm always here for you, no matter what. And then nobody gets me like you get me. This is upside down. Forever Friends, which is the name of the kit. And sending lots of hugs. I like this one, sending lots of hugs. We can always send hugs. And some nice flowers on here as well. Okay, so I'm going to put those to one side for a moment and walk you through the kit. This is some twine. This looks like Calypso coral to me. Okay, so we'll take that out of the packet. This isn't one that we stock normally, so I will be using this one as the kit is intended. So I'll pop that to one side. Now, we have on here, just go through these in bits and pieces. We have two different lots of envelopes. No, we don't. They're just upside down. They are all the same envelope. But look at this beautiful gold for the foiling on here. It's a lovely shade of green. Hi, Linda. I'm not sure if I showed you this one the other day when you popped in, but all of these envelopes are the same. Really nice foiled here. I would do some other things with those, so I will come back and show you those another day. So these are some strips. These are our dimensionals, so these are long strips. Okay, and we have two different designs of card, I believe. We'll see as I go down here. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, yeah, okay, so if I take one of each of those, we've got four of each design. So I'm going to keep one of those out and take the rest away. So this is the same as the envelope, beautifully foiled. I'm not sure which green this is, but it looks to me like a mossy meadow, but that's one size there. And then the same with this one. These are polka dots, and this is probably theming in with our new yellow, I think. It's a very pale colour here. But I'm going to take one of each of those. Now, at the bottom here, we always have instructions somewhere. So I like to lay them out. If you've ever watched Sarah, our CEO, hi there, I can't read the red. I think that's Marilyn. Here at last, hello all. Yes, it is a lovely kit. Now look at these instructions. It tells you step by step, just by photographs. There's no language on here. There's no English written instructions because, hi Anne, because these are multinational, because we have German, French, Dutch. They are all done by pictures. Okay, so it tells you step by step exactly what to do for number 1 and number 2. Okay, number 1 and number 2. Okay, so we can follow those through. And then, yeah, it's just got the supplies on the back, what's listed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that out and assemble the supplies on here, what it says to start with. But on here we have some banners. So we have 4 of these. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those. So they've given us some extra ones on there, but I'm going to take each of these out. So we need one for the yellow card, and then one of each of these for the white and one for the green. This is the easiest way to assemble these. Okay, take all your pieces that you need on here. These grey ones are indicating the foam strips, so we'll use some of those, and then a piece of thread, and then the flowers we're going to ink on the block. Okay, so I've taken out of there all I think I need for those, and then here we have two different panels. We have the floral panels, so there's 4 of those. So I'll have one with my yellow card, pop those back in the box, in there. And then we have these floral images, and we'll have one of that one for this card. Okay, so we'll pop those out of the way, those over there. So we're going to need these strips. I'll bring those back in sight. And of course we need 2 envelopes. So I'm just going to bone fold and just fold all these nice and firmly. I don't want to scratch that surface. So we've got a little bit of detail on the front and then the whole flap, which is quite nice. So I'll do these 2 up. Okay, I won't run the bone folder of there we go, just so it doesn't scratch. So there's those 2. Put one on there and one on there. Now if we go back to the instructions, there is a ruler printed on the side here. So from the middle downwards is in inches, and then from the middle upwards is in centimetres. So it's telling us on this one, this is card number 1, we need 10 inches or 25.4 centimetres. That's a bit precise, isn't it? So I'm just going to take this off here. Because there's smaller numbers, I'm just going to go on here 0 to 9 and then measure another 1 inch. So that's the amount that they're telling me. That's for card number 1. So that's on the 1 pile. And then the foam strips, it's showing you exactly how to stick those on. Okay, and then the one for piece for number 2 here, we need another 10 inches. So again, so when the ruler on here, so you've got 9, and then we want another 1. Okay, so chop that off. And that's a piece of 10 inches for each one. So that's there, ready prepped. So now I'm going to turn over to card number 1. Okay. Kits are great for holidays, Linda, definitely. They're great in a caravan. They're great for just packing in a suitcase and sitting on a balcony somewhere. Believe me, I've crafted on the 9th floor, top floor of a hotel in Portugal, overlooking the sea at 5 o'clock in the morning, just because I fancied crafting. And David was asleep. It was just nice to sit in the early morning sunshine. So yeah, absolutely. So we have got the first card here. It's telling me I need to stamp some extra images. I need to stamp the outlines around these flowers. So whilst this is printed and it's very pretty, oh, I'm a bit high. Whilst it's printed, and it's a little bit, the outline here, very pretty to use on its own. However, because we have the navy ink and we have the stamp set here, just take that one off. And I'm going to peel this off and stamp around some of those flowers. Okay, so that's on my block. Open my ink pad. Now, I was looking for a mat. I don't have a mat, but I do have a piece of scrap paper here. So I'm going to test this off on here just for now. I'm going to tap on there lightly, trying not to jiggle you. If I bring you along so you're in camera without my face in the way, and just stamp on there. Beautiful image. Now I can see lots of things done with this. So I'm going to just get my glasses down again, and I'm going to just line up, find out which way this is going to face first. So you've got a long pointy one on this one, and so that's going to come down that direction. That's about right. There we go. So I know where I'm going. I'm going to just lift that up, and I'm going to get my head down here so I can actually see. I'm pinpointing on a couple of those pieces. Bit of pressure. Okay. There we go. And we've got the outline around that stamp. Just changes the total look, doesn't it? So again, look for the point. I think that's all going to be facing the same way. It's up there. So find an anchor point. Oh, I think that might be a different way round. I think it has. It's moved. So yes, just take a few moments to see which way it's facing. Okay, they're not all necessarily the same way round. So this one, the point is coming the same direction as this one. This one was different. So just work out what we've got over here. That's going to be different. Again, that's going that way on. I think it's that way. Because they're not joined up at the end, so it's just a little bit tricky just to, for me just to see on here without getting my head in the camera. I think I went a bit wide on that one. And then this one, there's different leaves on each one, so we're just trying to line that up properly. That's going to be that way. Oh, just take a breath and pray, because these are going off the edge here. This one will be a rounded one. It's going to be that one in there. Oh, can you see me on there yet? I think you can. And this one is the long skinny one coming off down here, so that's going to be that way on. I'm liking this. This is a bit more unusual than what they've done before for kits. We've not stamped over an existing image, but I like the way it transforms totally. If I do you a before and after up to the camera, okay, so have those two together. So that's the before one, which is very pretty on its own, and that could, there's no reason that couldn't be used just as it is. But then when you do this beside it, you can see how it makes it pop. It's quite a big difference. Okay, so pleased with that. So that's going to be on our card number 1. Okay, and we're going to stamp a sentiment on here as well. Now the one they've used in the example is sending lots of hugs, which is my favourite. So we'll take that one off. Okay, so once you've done one of each of these, there's no reason why you can't go back and do different combinations. So you can do your own variations of. And augment it with some other bits and pieces in your craft stash. Okay, sending lots of hugs. There we go. And we're going to stamp that on our banner. Now this is a different shaped banner here. If I put it on the black, you'll see it easier. Okay, so it's got rounded corners on it. So just looking to see, they've done theirs that way on. And I'm just going to ink that up again and stamp that in the middle. Doing it on my grid mat, and I'm going to place that right in the centre. Like so. There we go. There we go. So I do all my stamping up front and then I start to build afterwards. So that's all we need on that one. And then this one here, we're going to do a different greeting. I'll take that one off. This is going to be Forever Friends. I buried my stamps here somewhere. So Forever Friends. And again, we just place it onto the mat, let it relax. You can actually, if you're trying to put something on a block, you can actually stretch it unwittingly. I'm exaggerating, but you can stretch it until it forms different shapes and you're not straight. So if you relax it down onto the paper, onto a surface, just let it land where it wants to land and then pick it up from there. You know you should be fairly straight. So this is on another banner. And this is going to be that way up. So just tap that again. I'll just stamp that off on my scrap paper to make sure I'm happy. It's a lovely font, nice and clear, nice and neat. And it's in the middle. There we go. And there's our next one. Okay, so that's for the second one. And again, we're going to go round the images on here. So I'll bring that back. And it's the same size. There are some leaves on here. Go back and see that. Do they do leaves? They didn't stamp around the leaves on this one, but there's no reason why you can't. It's quite nice as it is, just with those popped up. And then this one, they have actually stamped around the leaves. It's a totally different look. So I'll do that one as well. So we'll need the little block for the leaves. Okay. And then the little flowers on here as well. So we'll use those ones. So every single part of this has been enhanced slightly. There we go. So let's do these one stage at a time. We'll use the floral images first. And again, find where that long pointy one is. That's kind of your catalyst really to line things up. Because it's a dark shade, it's quite hard to just see through until you get used to them. One there. We're in. Just go for it. Okay, so that's one. I'm a little bit off there. This one's just coming over this way. Pressure of being on live, you see, and doing something that you've only just opened. That one's there. So that's those two flowers. And then the leaves here, I'm going to tap that off on some scrap. There we go. So we'll find the first one here. Again, trying to look this up around the corner. There we go. And come down here. I like this effect, I really do. Just the outline image. We have quite a lot of stamps where we have the outline image that we can do in one colour, and then we can do the inside, we can infill. It's the petal part and the sentimental part both operate like that. They're really, really nice. Then this one is the 3 little buds just to go on here. So I'm going to stamp that off for my first time and just try and line this up as best I can. I have to just get to a point and just go for it. There we go, that's one. Holding my breath, that's 2. And over here. That's 3. There we go. So I'll bring that up to the screen so you can see a closer view. It just enhances it. And again, before and after. There's that way up. A before and after. So you can see it's good to use it on its own, but with the enhancement around the outside, it just makes it pop a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to use those ones, and that's for my card 2. I think I've got everything we need. Now, with the kit, they have the adhesive they've given us is these strips. Now, you can use the strips on here as they are, or again, I can use those as a gift and use the ones I've got. Because I'm showing you how to make this up and how easy it is, I think I am going to just use these strips as they're intended for you so you can see how easy they are. This one here is showing you with a pair of scissors that you cut this in half. So if I pull one of these off, just getting them started is easy. Get my snips. And just cut one of those in half, okay, like so. And it's telling me to put that on the back of the greeting here. So I've got one along one side, and then you're kind of overlapping the middle a little bit. Okay, so you've got one there and one there. So that's this piece done. And then we've got another one. Oh, that's for this one. Look, that one's there. It won't matter. And then the other one's the green banner. There's the green banner. This is a green banner that's cut in half as well. Okay, so cut that in half, just roughly. We're going to have that one there and this one on here. Okay, so then this piece is going to go onto our base card like so. Okay, so this is telling you to put 4 strips down there. Now, because I've got my Tombow, I am just going to use Tombow for this. If you've got other adhesives, you could always use those as well. Just because it's a quicker one for me. Okay, and that's going to go in the centre. The other thing with putting several layers on that you'll find that obviously for the postage, your postage will be affected. So I would just bear that in mind. So now I'm going to wrap, I'm going to put this one down. So this is the gold coloured banner. Let's get those out of the way. Tweezers. Okay, and that's coming out from the side, but it's not going all the way across. So it's just going to be on here. Like so. Now this one, we remove these back pieces and we make a little loop with our string. Kind of like doing a bit of a figure of 8. So you've kind of got the one coming over there like so. And then you're going to come up. Just following a line here. So you've got a loop down here. Come back over, a loop up the top. I'm making a pig's ear of this, so I'm sticking to it. So you've got a bit of a loop up there and you've got a tail coming down there. Okay, you get the idea. You turn it over and you can see when you lay this down on your card, you've got some of the string either side. Okay, so we're now going to put this over the top just slightly so that these pieces are coming out the top. Tweezers. And up there like so. There we go. So it's like half on and half off. You've got the string hanging out there, string hanging out here, like so. And there's our finished card. Now, very, very nice, really quick and easy to do. And they're also nice if you want to give a gift to a member of staff if you're in a holiday resort or something. And a member of staff has been really, really helpful or really kind or helped you from a muddle, then it's a nice way to do things like that, just to gift it forward. Okay, so here's our piece with the leaves. They've put the leaves that way on. So again, I could put this on here with the foam strips, just like they've explained, but then it's going to make it a double layer of adhesives on there. So for posting, it makes it a little bit thicker. So I have my stamp and seal. It's entirely optional, but because I have other glues, I'm just showing you a couple of different ones, and I'm going to put these on here flat, and then one through the middle. So that does the same thing. And we all have adhesives. If you're a crafter, you will have different types of adhesive. Okay, but they are ideal. You can just use as the kit intended. There we go. So I think that's straight. Okay, so that's on flat. And then I have my sentiment here. Now they're going to do the same for this one. It's saying to cut it in half. So use half a strip. If you don't need the other half, oh, I've got two there. Put one back. There we go. So you're only going to need half a strip just to cut that to put on there. So this piece here can actually go back on your packaging here, and you can reuse that for another card. Okay, so we're going to put one in the centre, peel it off. We're going to do the same, do another figure of 8 on there. Okay, so we're going to have that coming up like so. Stick it down, come back to do a loop. Up there. A little bit longer. You can lift off these as well and make them, change them if you're not happy. Just be a bit longer. And then that hasn't come down long enough, look. Making a loop out the bottom. Sometimes people do this over their fingers, just wobble it around. I do like to try and get it even so that I don't waste product. So there's the loop up there, and then one coming out the bottom. There we go. So we've got the same result as we had before. A loop and a tail and a loop and a tail, and then we're just going to place it on the card. So again, tweezers just to get our fingers out of the way. There we go. Get those out. And sadly, it puts over too much of the flower. I'm going to let that flower poke out the top because I don't want to cover too much up. Your artist prerogative, you can put that wherever you like. But I think I'm going to put that just there so we can see at least the whole of one bloom. There we go. And you can tweak these little pieces as well. There we go. And you can shorten the lengths if you like it shorter. And there's the second card. There we go. So we've got two lovely cards there, and that's just making them straight as they are in the actual the kit there. Okay. Like I say, I'll put the details up of the kit at the end when I've finished in here and I go next door. It does look great, doesn't it? I like it really. I do really like them. Okay, but I'm looking forward to do some alternatives with these as well, with some of our note cards. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those tonight. It's a little bit shorter tonight. I will do some alternatives maybe over the weekend when the King's coronation is on. I'll probably be sitting in here and watching. Yes, Maxine, it's a lovely kit. It's really pretty. It's nice and spring-like floral. You can augment it with any greetings you have. I've got some lovely sentiment sets. So you can play around with it. So use your existing stock. Okay, but the foiling is beautiful. Love it. Okay, so I'll bring you back to me. Oh, I was going to show you the other kit, wasn't I? This is the one for May that has just come out yesterday. Now, I don't know if I can enlarge this on the other screen. No, it's a photo image, so I can't actually enlarge that. But it's called Confetti Birthday, and that's the European, obviously, languages on there. It's quite bright. It's got the confetti pieces in there, so it will probably have these the foam strips that we've just used. It'll have those around the outside edges, and then you put your confetti in and put your shape over the top. We've had one similar with the birthday cake. Well, that was one of the earlier ones that came out. Okay, but I'm just showing you that one just so you can see, and then this one will be obviously the one I've done tonight. Okay, so I hope you like those. And again, if you want anything kit-wise, I'll pop the link for the kit collections up there, and you can order them while their stocks last. Okay, and have fun. Take them on holiday. Summer's coming up, and we kind of need something to do while we're away, don't we?